They told us we'd drop in as organized units. Normandy wasn't interested. I was a paratrooper in the 82nd, jumping into France in the early hours of June 6, 1944. The C-47 was all engine noise. Red lights, sweat, and guys trying not to look terrified. When the flak started, nobody bothered pretending anymore. The sky lit up outside, bursts of orange and white, tracers streaming past. You could hear shrapnel hitting the fuselage. The jumpmaster yelled, "Stand up." "Hook up," and we shuffled to the door with shaking hands. The light went green. "Go, go, go!" I stepped into the dark, and everything turned to wind and noise until the chute snapped open and tried to yank my shoulders off. Below was chaos, fires, tracers, scattered parachutes, shouting in English and German. We were supposed to land near a marked DZ and rally at a church. I hit a random field alone. I cut my harness, crawled to a ditch, and listened. Shots in the distance. A burst of automatic fire too close for comfort. Cows freaking out in the dark. I clicked my little metal cricket once. Silence. I tried again. Click. 2 clicks answered from ahead. 2 shadows slid out of the hedgerow. Jenkins from my company, and another trooper who'd lost his whole stick. We did a quick head count of what we had. 3 rifles, some grenades, a compass, and a vague idea of where the beaches were. We picked up stragglers as we moved. 2 more paratroopers and a lieutenant who'd also landed off course. "Guess I'm in charge of this circus," he said. "We find a road that matters, and we sit on it until someone bigger tells us not to." Around an hour before dawn, we found a small crossroads, paved road, dirt lane, stone farmhouse, hedgerows boxing everything in. The lieutenant checked his map by a covered flashlight. "This might be one of the feeder roads to the causeways," he said. "Even if it's not, it's a choke point." Good enough. We set up fast. 2 in the farmhouse, 1 on the upstairs window. 2 on the north hedge, watching the lane. Me and Jenkins on the southern approach. We rigged a rough charge on the main road just beyond the crossing. Not pretty, but better than nothing. Engines came with first light. Truck engines. More than one. We melted into cover. A German motorcycle with sidecar rolled through first, then 2 gray trucks full of infantry. They weren't expecting trouble this far behind the lines yet. The riders in the back looked half bored. The lieutenant waited until the first truck rolled onto our little surprise. "Now!" he shouted. The charge blew the front tire. The truck lurched sideways into the ditch, blocking the road. For 1 heartbeat, everyone stared. Then we opened up. Rifles, MAR, a captured MP-40. All of us poured fire into the stunned troops. Men trying to jump out of the first truck were hit midair. The second truck braked hard. Germans bailing out both sides, diving for ditch and hedgerow. They recovered fast. Return fire snapped into the hedges, kicked chips off the farmhouse. A German sergeant started yelling orders, getting his men spread out, trying to flank us along the ditches and gaps. "They want the road, not just our heads," the lieutenant yelled. "Don't let them through." We shifted along the hedges, picking off anyone who tried to sprint the open bits. A grenade bounced into the farmhouse and went off upstairs. One of our guys went quiet, but another slid into his spot and kept firing. On our side, a German made it right up to the hedge, grenade in hand. He threw. It bounced off the top and rolled in front of us. "Down!" I yelled. The blast slapped dirt into our faces. When I looked up, another German was already at the hedge, rifle coming up. I fired first. He disappeared backwards. The fight settled into a brutal back and forth. They probed, trying to find a weak corner. We shifted, trading space but not letting them drive straight through the crossroads. Then we heard it. Deeper engines in the distance. Tanks. The lieutenant smiled without humor. "That'll be ours," he said. "We just have to last long enough." The Germans heard them too. Their fire wavered, then started to fall back, covering their own withdrawal. Trucks that could still move tried to reverse out. The wrecked one at the intersection stayed right where we'd shoved it into history. We held our fire enough to keep them honest, but didn't chase. That wasn't our job. Shermans finally rolled into view from the direction of the beaches, infantry walking in their wake. The lead tank stopped at the crossroads, commander popping out. "You airborne boys make this mess?" he called. "We're charging rent," the lieutenant said. "Road's yours now." Later, sitting on a broken wall, catching my breath, I looked at the scene. 2 wrecked trucks, a flipped motorcycle, brass everywhere, black scorch marks where grenades went off, smoke hanging low. A little stone crossroads that probably didn't even rate a name on most maps. When people talk about Normandy, they talk about beaches, big pushes, operations with Latin code names. For me, it's that intersection just after dawn. A handful of scattered paratroopers who landed in the wrong place, found a road, and decided nobody else was going to use it for a few hours. We didn't win the war there. We just made it a lot harder for one German convoy to reach the fight on their terms. Sometimes that's what doing your job looked like. 1 blocked road, 7 tired men, and a decision not to move when the first trucks came around the bend.